So, Everton 0, Arsenal 1. We finally won at Goodison for the first time since 2017. Weren't pretty. 1-0 to the Arsenal. George Graham's settings. And Sean Dyche tried to play like George Graham today. Yeah, it weren't a great game to watch. And the one bit of magic came from Trossard, who came on for injured Martinelli. It looks like he's going to be out for a while with a hamstring. But yeah, Jez, what did you make of that today?
Yeah, it wasn't a great game to watch, to be fair. You know, it was a bit of a bore fest. But to be fair, I predicted last night exactly how Everton were going to play when I did my preview show. And I pretty much got the team right in the fact I had Raya in there. I did have Kivwar at left back, to be fair, but I did also say Zinchenko will start. And, you know, yeah, I thought Zinchenko did all right, in fairness. But going to Goodison Park is never an easy journey, that's for sure. But we got away with it, and we had to get that win, Lee, because the fact remains that Man City are relentless. They're already 5 points ahead of us. Well, no, three now. Two. If we hadn't got the result there today, if we'd lost, then we are really
in the draw.
Yeah.
Even a draw, it's going to be hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, they're not even in top gear yet, Man City. And it's going to be a hard battle, to be honest. I really can't see them losing that many games, in fairness. Man City, that is. So, yeah, we've got to be on the money, man. If we're going to even challenge, seriously challenge, we've got to be on the money. And I'm not convinced the way the team's playing right now, we are going to do that, to be honest.
Yeah, for me, like when I see the starting 11, I was like, oh, okay. He obviously watches our videos and streams. And he's put Raya in goal, big balls, made the decision, fair play. He's took Havertz out the team, fair play. We're thinking, right, cool. Vieira's in, Raya's in. Raya literally could have had a cigar in the deck chair, right? It was that comfortable. Like, literally that comfortable. But when he did have the ball, like I see a lot of people in my chat saying, oh, he's so good with his feet. Didn't really have anything to do. No. Yeah, he claimed the ball a couple of times, one right at the end with Tarkowski. He was lucky that Tarkowski was there because that could have been a mad injury if he'd fallen right on the base of his back or whatever.
Yeah.
But didn't really have a lot to do. But Fabio Vieira, a player that we've said needs to level up. And I thought he played pretty well. Like he came in and out of the game at times. At times it was like everything going through him. Then he was out the game. Then it was like back again. But overall, I actually thought he played pretty well. What did you make of him?
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit more about him now. He seems to be a little bit physically better. You know, when he first came, he was way too light for the Premier League. But he looks like he's got a little bit more on him. And yeah, I thought he had a decent game, to be fair. I've got no complaints with him today at all.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a good performance. And I thought it was sad that Martinelli got injured, but I don't think he was playing very well. You know, same with Bukayo Saka. I thought he was shocking today. People go, oh, but he got an assist and all of that. Yeah, great. Yeah, after that geezer clattered him, we didn't really see him again until that goal, from Trossard. But mate, we got to look after this kid, mate. I'm telling you, because he's played 87 games or 86 games on the spin for Arsenal. And mate, just looking at his face today, I don't know whether I'm reading too much into it. Maybe I am, but just looking at his face when the ball's going out for a corner or he's 3 men around him and nobody's helping him, it's almost like he's looking, thinking like, I know I'm not 100% here. Yeah, but he's not going to ask to come off. No footballer should ask to come off unless they're effed. Yeah, but what do you think we should do with him, Jez? Because we've got PSV coming up. We've got Tottenham coming up. He's been poor for the last 2 months of last season. He's been poor for the first month of this season. And we're going to need him. Yeah, we're going to need him at this point, at some point this season. And he looks way, way off the pace, mate.
Totally agree. My starting lineup I did last night, he wasn't even in the squad, to be fair. And this is my concern, Lee, here. If he does have this niggling Achilles tendon issue, that is going to be in the back of his head, right? He knows as a professional footballer what damage that can do to you as a player and your career. And if he snaps that, let's just say it happened, dear God, I hope it doesn't, that he will never be the same footballer again.
Yeah.
John Barnes did it, if you remember that. He was never, ever the same player again after that, because it's always going to be in your mind thought, oh, I don't want to damage it badly. And I think that could be his issue, that there is this problem. And if I'm the manager, I'm saying, right, I'm sorry, Saka, you're out of the squad for a month. I know we've got PSV. I know we've got Tottenham. I know we've got Lons. We've got Man City. Brent. I mean, I'd certainly not play him against Brentford in the Carrier Bag Cup. No need for that. But I think that is his issue. I think he's got that mind thought of something's not right. And he's not giving it 100% because he doesn't want to seriously injure himself. And if you've got that, Lee, then the manager must switch on to that and say, all right, son, you're out for a month. You're going to have some whatever physio it needs or whatever you need to go abroad and have some treatment or whatever it requires. I'm no expert. I don't know. But this is what frustrates me with Arteta. He will push that engine until that bloody engine snaps. Yep. And he's done it with Timber. I totally agree with you on Martinelli. I don't think Martinelli's been great all season, to be fair. And now he's out of a hamstring. I don't know. That could be 2 months?
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks at least.
Yeah. So that's another quality player we've lost. That, in fairness, I've just said, I don't think he's been great. But it's a problem. And we're, only just starting the season and we're down on players.
Yeah. And if we lose any more key players, Declan Rice gets injured, all of a sudden we're down to Jorginho and Havertz or Jorginho and Vieira in midfield. And that is way, 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 way below the standard, mate. And again, Eddie Nketiah, Kenny said that he's got endeavour, he tries, he does this and that. That's all well and good. You can try all you like. Yeah, he'll run his socks off. Of course he will. Yeah, because he's living the dream. Because no other club's paying him £100 a week. Now, let's just be real with it. I don't even blame him at this point, Jez. I blame the manager for keep picking him. Yeah, but we put some really good balls into that box today, 3-4 yards out from the goal. He's nowhere to be seen.
No.
Erling Haaland's tapping 2 in if that was him today. Yeah, Harry Kane's tapping 2 in if that was him today. This guy is now on the penalty spot or the 18-yard line, or it's like, have a bit of instinct, mate. Smell the goal, sniff the scenario. The top players or the players that constantly get better, yeah, they level up. This guy is stagnated. Yeah, people are going, oh yeah, but he's filling in for. Nobody cares. We're trying to catch Manchester City and overtake them. Would they start him in any game, whether it be League Cup or any other cup or the Premier League? Would he be in the squad? He wouldn't, would he? So why is he here? Because we're trying to overtake that lot. And that's our backup striker. Their backup striker is Julian Alvarez, who's won everything in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's crazy, Jez. But it is what it is. Listen, we're not going to moan and do a moan fest and all of that. Listen, 1-0 to the Arsenal. I grew up on that. You've obviously seen that a lot more than I have. But it weren't great.
No.
We've got Tottenham next. Yeah, and, we've got PSV next. We need to start off that campaign with a win. I do think we will. I don't think PSV are that great, although I think we did lose to them last season in the Europa League.
We did.
So we need to rectify that. And then we've got Tottenham. And this manager will probably have one eye on that Tottenham game with his selection. So I don't expect a full lineup. Yeah, and if he wants to go and start playing around, which I don't think he should, he has to play the full 11, the best 11 on Wednesday to save some for that game. We're in sticky water because I think our squad's worse than last season. I think it's a lot shorter than it was last season. I think if you look at our bench, we're in big trouble if we get Declan Rice injured, mate. We're in big trouble if Saliba or Gabriel get injured. We're in big trouble if Saka is out. Who we put in there? Albeit he's been crap, but the drop-off is crazy. And these are things that we should have sorted out in the summer, and unfortunately we didn't, mate. But just very quickly, what would you go with? Would you go with a full strength team on Wednesday?
Of course. It's Champions League. This is what the fan base, Lee, has been crying out for the last 7 years. right? And it was always the fact that, oh, we get in the Champions League, we attract the best of the best. Well, clearly we haven't. So I did a show on this, which got mad views. We're weaker than we were last season.
Yep.
And you have to look at the management for that bloody stupidity. We had a player in our squad that could have easily have replaced Saka in a certain Nicolas Pepe. And we threw him in the bin.
Yep.
He's gone for nothing. And if it is a situation where Saka does need to have, dear God, I hope not, surgery or something, then we are seriously in the crap, man. And I have to blame the management. But it's the Champions League. We want to win the Champions League, right? We have to go with the best. And at the moment, I'm not seeing it, to be fair. But it is what it is, you know. And then we got Tottenham, who are doing well. You can't deny it at this point in time. And we got
it won't be easy. Won't be easy, man.
No.
No. I think we'll beat them, but I don't think it'll be easy. But listen, we're going to wrap this up, people. Make sure you sub to Jez, Arsenal history and more. Make sure you check out Kenny and my fan cam. Matty's next, then player ratings. TNEFC has just kicked off. So, yeah, I need to go and get my Real Sociedad shirt out. And we're out of here. Adios. Ciao.